Good morning, you bunch of freaks. What the hell are you doing here so early? Why do you keep coming by my house at this ungodly hour, huh? You can see me brush my hair. 5 o'clock in the morning. Huh? You like that shirt? Totally. Looks like a shot from the 60s, right? There it is. Sam's over here this morning. He decided to join me. I don't know about that. The people they're suggesting to be my friends. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not against guns, but I'm not gun people. I'm not. I'm not against America, but I'm not. I'm not a blind patriot. So why does Facebook keep throwing people at me that I wouldn't even give the time of day to, right? I mean, coffee. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so it is Tuesday. It is March the 12th. I got a text last night. Let's see. I'm going to have to go here and edit because I didn't put in my episode. What episode are we on? We're on episode, pardon me, 16. This is episode 16. Spelling. Episode A. What did I say? 16. There we go. And save. And did I save that right? I didn't save it as episode 79, did I? I mean, episode 2, season 2. Let's try that. Episode 16. Hey, I did it. And I'm my own viewer. There. Okay. I can put down the keyboard now. Sometimes I just don't remember things. I remember coffee. So I heard this guy talking on the internet, one of these reels or something. And what's that? Oh my gosh, no way. I've got weird lighting. Anyway, this guy was talking about how Alzheimer's and dementia are actually symptoms of stage 3 or stage 4 diabetes, right? Or something. Which is not a far-fetched, it's not a real stretch of the imagination to put that together. I mean, pretty much every stupid disease and illness in the last 150 years probably goes back to our diet. Now, the people who were scratching around in the dirt every single day, pulling their food out of the ground, preparing it themselves, not over processing stuff. Those are the people who lived into their hundreds, right? Um, we've been dumbed down so that we have a shorter life expectancy. Life expectancy, a couple thousand years ago was down here, right? And then technology, medicine, and everything brought us up, and now everything's coming back down again because of basically processed foods and poisons in our food, right? It's just horrible. So I am running on like zero sleep. Um, I was up late putting together a 60-second promo for my Friday night live show. Out of the blue, a friend from Open Mic Nights, Roy Pitluck, called me. I don't usually use last names on this show, but because uh, we like to promote artists, we will use last names of artists that we are going to promote. If I'm digging into my past, I won't use last names. So Roy Pitluck is a local singer, songwriter, musician, poet. He just got produced, and he's getting ready to go out on I think he said a 10-week junket to promote his music. Okay. And if you follow me on Facebook, you probably know who I'm talking about. You've probably seen me share some of his stuff. Facebook has asked you to be his friend, right? So he hits me up last night and says, "Hey, if you're interested in doing that Friday Night Live thing that you were talking about, sooner would be better than later because of this 10-week thing I got to do." And I'm so like, all right. When I did the pilot episode to Friday Night Live, it was literally out of the blue. My friend called me up. My friend David called me up in the morning on a Friday a month ago and said, "Hey, are we still doing that Friday Night Live thing?" And I'm like, "Dude, I haven't even thought about it. I wasn't going to even do it until I had a bunch of people lined up, right?" And he says, "Oh, man." And I'm like, "Fuck it, let's do it." And then we did. I set it up, got everything ready, and then boom, it's going live, dude. Friday night. And it was a fantastic show with David. He showed up right when I went on the air. So it was literally, I went on the air, couldn't even do a bong hit, right? And he was knocking at the door. The dogs and everything. It was fantastic live TV. It was great. So I plan to do something similar. I'm going to try to set up so I can use a different camera. I'd like to keep this one set up for morning. I'd like to set up an older camera with a zoom on it so that I could maybe get someone to work the camera for me. But that would be nice. That would be really nice. My dog sits here looking at me like I'm crazy. Why do I do this to myself? I'll tell you what. I'm not going to do this to myself too long today. I've got to go later and do some work. And I've got literally zero sleep. Of course, I did have a long nap yesterday. After lunch yesterday, or breakfast or something. I know I ate once yesterday before I took a nap. And then I woke up, my gosh, I thought it was around 5 o'clock, and I woke up at like 8 o'clock last night. But my wife brought home pizza. Yay! She brought home my favorite, a pan pizza with pardon me. She brought home my favorite pizza, a pan pizza with bacon and pineapple. They like to do the bacon and mushroom. I'll take either. I like sweet, and fruit, so I like to, but I'll go either way. That's probably what I'm going to be having this morning for breakfast. Is going to be a slice of pizza reheated in the oven, so it's nice and toasty and melty. I don't have any cereal bars. I got coffee creamer, but no cereal bars. This Walmart up here, they will put stuff up on the shelves and it will get sold out in like minutes. There's a big population of people out here, and the Walmart out here is huge, but it's not, it's not always stocked with everything. Yeah. I like to shop at Stater Brothers. I was born and raised in Southern California, so Stater Brothers is my store of choice. My grocery store of choice is Stater Brothers. It's just, we've always shopped at Stater Brothers. When I was a young teenager, when it was just me and my father, living alone in that school bus in the mountains, or on the beach or somewhere, wherever we were, happened to be parked that thing. Back in my teens, Stater Brothers was the first store that I went to grocery shop for my father and I. My father and myself and my father. English majors, hello. So yeah. So anyway, back to Friday Night Live. I stayed up late creating a little promo video because I wanted to let people know that, hey, I'm going to do it. I actually sent off, after I talked to Roy, I sent off a message to David and said, hey, will you be on my show again, please? Yeah, David will be on the show again. I sent messages to a couple of other people, one from Open Mic Night, and one that used to get my dope for me, get my pot for me before I started going to these delivery people. Back in the day when you'd call up, say, hey, dude, you got any buds, man? I get some buds. Be like, yeah, bro, I got you, man. And so anyway, my friend is I don't know, what do you call hip hop artist, rapper, smooth flowing rhymes. I mean, I don't know, what do you call those artists? I'd like to have some back and forth with them so I could find out, right? That'd be cool. See, my plan was to not start the Friday Night Live show until I had consecutive guests lined up for like at least 3 shows out, and then just keep trying to put somebody on the end of that, or use my friend David who lives locally and is more likely to be able to flex his schedule so that, I can get somebody for this night. David, could you go to this night? Sure. That seems more feasible. So yeah, fingers crossed that things work out with finding more guests. My daughter said, why don't you do it every other week? I'm like, yeah, that's a thing. Let's see what I can get lined up for next week. If I can't get anything lined up for next week, then I'll do the every 2 weeks deal. Because literally I could have done 3 shows this month with 5 Fridays. I could have done a first Friday, and then the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th, right? So I could have done the 1st, the 15th, and the 29th, and done 3 shows, one every 2 weeks, right? So if I wait a week, I can plan a better Friday show. But see, that's the thing. The only thing The only thing that I want planned out for the Friday show is the guest. Everything else is live. Everything is what do you call it? Ad lib. It's on the cuff. It's on the fly. Everything is, I turn the camera on. The guy comes in. We interview. We play some music. We meaning they. The Friday night show is not about me. It's about the guest, the local artist, spotlighting local talent. So Friday Night Live at 5 might also mean an open mic night. Okay. Most open mic nights get started pretty late. So 5 o'clock is pretty early for one of those gigs. Oh, I need hot coffee. Let me warm this up a bit and grab a smidge of something to hit. Just checking, people. Oh, you get the urge to sneeze, and all you can do is get watery eyes. Oh, no wedgie, no wedgie, no wedgie. So pardon my sniffles. I just had a non-sneeze encounter. I use this paper for just about everything. I don't like to buy tissues. The rolls of tissue is a definite money saver. Oh my God, that goes on your butt. Yeah, right. Yep. And then talk to me if you see somebody going from their butt to their nose, all right? Or from their nose to their butt. If it's the paper to the butt or the paper to the, what's the, did I really start the use of toilet paper just now? I digress. Sam, you look so comfortable. I think I will probably join you here soon. Yeah. This coffee's not going to really do much to me, as tired as I am. Like we've discussed in the past, I have insomnia. So I don't always get to dictate, pardon me, when and where and how I go to sleep. Yesterday, I was so focused on videos, right? All I wanted to do was just crank out another video, crank out another video, crank it out. And then all of a sudden, I'm sitting here and I'm just nodding off, middle of the day, nodding off. So like, okay, I'm taking a nap. And I didn't get much sleep the night before last either, Sunday night, Monday morning. No, I got about 3 or 4 hours sleep there. And last night I laid down, and the last time I looked at the clock, it was well after 2. And then I got up and turned the TV off, after 3. And then before 4, I woke up and looked at the clock, and I was like, yeah, I got to get up soon. And then the alarm went off and I snoozed. And then I woke up and turned the snooze back to alarm. And then alarmed myself every 10 minutes until it was time to come on the show. Totally. Now let's see. What? Oh yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow we are doing an episode of old time radio. I'm not sure what I want to play tomorrow. I'm going to have to remind myself to dig up some tapes. Some tapes. Tapes. Old time radio. Okay. I've got some great science fiction, old time radio science fiction. I've listened to a lot of old time radio on the morning show on Wednesdays, but I don't think I've done any real hardcore science fiction. And I've got some great stuff. If I can at some point break out my old computer from last century, which is in my storage, what I'll do is dig into that hard drive, or maybe I've got that hard drive in one of these hard drives. I'll look through and see if I can find my list, my playlist for my old Apple iPod. You remember Apple iPods? I lost mine. It slipped into a couch somewhere or out of my pocket, or it just disappeared. That's what you get for making those things so fucking tiny, right? When phones and devices and stuff got that small, people were constantly fucking replacing shit, right? It's hard to lose a cell phone now because they're so fucking big and bulky. I mean, they used to like slip into a coin pocket, right, on your jeans. That was a cell phone. The little flip phones. Those things got so small, man. You could just stick them in a coin purse, in your coin pocket. They were so fucking tiny. Why? I mean, humans are stupid. Of course they're going to lose it. Well, that's why. So you have to replace it. There I am, venting about the size of technology. So I had this iPod and I had it filled with old time radio because I was burned out on music, right? So I just couldn't even listen to music anymore. But I could go around the little turn dial on that thing and just spin through every single episode of X-1, every single episode of Dimension X, a bunch of other episodes of other shows. And I've got a lot of those X-1 on cassette. So I'll dig up what I can. And like I said, I might be able to find the entire playlist on my computer. I don't know if I'll be able to play any of those things. Maybe if I pull them from one program and open them up in one of these new editing sound programs or something, it should be able to identify it. Right? It's totally right. Oh, this coffee is good this morning. Oh, yeah. Well, so the whole Friday show, I'm really happy with the way my little 60-second promo turned out. I've been playing around more and more with a few different programs on my little old laptop. I think I bought this laptop about 5 years ago. And the one that I had before that, I had for about 5 years before I bought this one, and the same with the one before that. It seems that they last about 5 years before either pieces start to break off, or they just start to slow down too much, or they just become obsolete because they just can't keep up with all of the new programs and apps and shit. So it's probably about time to get another laptop. What I really need is a desktop. Those are expensive. I can pick up a laptop from anywhere from $200 to $500, depending on the brand, the size, the model, the use. I've bought little Acer laptop computers. I think I've owned 2 or 3 of those. And those seem to be the best. They're not too bulky. They're not too flimsy. They're just fast enough to deal with the stuff that I've had to deal with. The one that I'm using now is so slow, and I don't know if it's probably a combination of the age of my computer, the speed, how slow my computer is, the programs that I'm trying to use simultaneously, the amount of RAM that I need is probably the biggest deal. Because when I'm editing a video, I cannot watch the video while I'm editing it. I literally have to guess that I've edited correctly and then save it out, which takes hours, and then watch it. And then if I've made a mistake, I've got to watch the whole video several times, check off where I've made my mistakes, go back and fix all those little mistakes, hope I fixed it correctly, and then save out again to watch it. And it takes hours to save. If I want to save it the best quality, it'll take 6-7 hours to save. Even at the lowest quality saving setting, it's still going to take 2 or 3 hours, right? That's maddening. That's too much downtime. That's too much time not editing. So my plan is to get a second laptop, and then my daughter's Apple. So at some point, I will have 3 laptops. The Apple I will more than likely be using for mobile applications, taking it out and doing live location setup, doing recording away from home. The secondary Acer type laptop I will probably use here so that I can be utilizing a computer while my stuff is saving, while other things are uploading, while things are going on one computer. I can be using another. I'd like to be able to go live simultaneously on 2 different platforms with 2 different computers. I'd like to be able to have one set up here, this one here, devoted just for editing video and my morning show, editing video, morning show. Use the other computers for gathering data, information, videos, photos, doing remote location shooting, that kind of stuff. I am still looking for some kind of live video audio mixer. I'd like to bring in at least 4 cameras and 4 microphones. Okay. If I can do microphones, then I've got 2 mics and a guitar, and then something else coming in, another mic, another guitar, another instrument, or a video. Have my VCR pumping stuff in, something coming in from the audio. A 4-channel video mixer means that one of my channels can be video. Pop in a tape and play something live. That sounds cool. I like that. So we're going to be trying to expand on my my technological shortcomings. Maybe with a little tax money help, I can get a little laptop and a little audio mixer, right? A laptop, I can more than likely, every laptop that I've gotten in the last 15 years has been through, I think, QVC or Home Shopping Network, one of those. Pretty sure it was QVC. Order it up, make the first payment, they ship it to you, you start using it, and then you just make your payments, right? That was a great deal, especially when I was in college. That was very cool. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look into Mobetta Tech. Mobetta Tech. Pardon my sniffles again. Mm, mm, mm. Ah. My dog was just over there twitching and dreaming. What a good boy. Yeah, he really is the best buddy. He really is. He really is. He sure loves his mommy. He sure loves his mom. All of the dogs love mom. It's like they know, they have that instinct, that sense that, ooh, this is mom. We got to take care of her, and they know she takes care of them. You know, it's funny to see my wife grabbing the big dog's face and trying to make her show her teeth. You know, and the big dog didn't want to have anything to do with it, but she didn't want to tell mom no. Hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah. So let's see. More than likely, I'm going to finish this cup of coffee here this morning and get a little bit of buzz on here to deviate some of this pain away from my brain. And then I'm probably going to lay back down for a couple of hours and then go out and do a little house cleaning, a little vacation rental maintenance. And then come back and while I do need to get ready for this Friday night live show, I made a commitment to a friend and I started working on a 90-second promo for his company. So I edited the video. The video is pretty much done. I need sound and I need voiceover. I don't need too much sound. I think I picked out a little bit of music for it and a couple of sound effects. And then the big thing that I need now is copy. I need voiceover. I need things to say. So I've jotted down a bunch of notes on my phone. So basically what I need to do is take all of those notes, transcribe them onto paper, and sit in front of the video and play it over and over and over again, trying to fit dialogue into the correct places. Now I can go back to the video and edit the places a little bit, but I think it's timed pretty good the way it needs to be. Everything has to pretty much go quick. Sneeze. Well, did anything escape from me? I don't think so. Oh, I know, huh, Sam? I woke you up. Sorry. It's these damn sniffles, the sneezy sniffles, the sniffle sneezers. I just need a couple of bong hits in my pillow. That's all I need. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, if I don't get anyone on the show by, say, 6 o'clock, I'm probably going to call it quits for today so that I can get my act together for work this afternoon, but most especially to write some copy. I'll have to break out the old typewriter, the old Smith Corona, so that I can get that feel of old-timey production. You know what I'm saying? The videos that I make, I like to, a lot of them, I like to retrograde them so that they appear vintage-like in some fashion. The one that I did last night had that 70s feel recorded onto videotape feel intentionally. The Big Sandy one that I did had the overall feel of 16 millimeter film that's been scanned into the computer, and like that, you know, or the Bridget and Iris video that I did. I really hope that I can get together with Bridget and Iris when they come out, so that I can get some really good video of them, so that I can produce some really good video of these girls. I think it would be really nice to sit with them and take music that they've already recorded and have them lip sync this music in a few different locations, right? And then have them send me photographs that they would like included, graphics they would like included, and then put together, you know, maybe have them come out and shoot video for 2 or 3 songs, and then at some point put those together into videos, right? That would be neat. I'm still going after my friend David for a music video, but right now he and his wife are going to be going down to the largest wooden train trestle in California, perhaps the country. It's just down south of us toward Mexico in the mountains. There's a great train rail line that goes from San Diego on down to Texas, and it goes through the mountains along the border. And you can go down there and walk the tracks. You can put a cart on the track and ride the track. They have places that you can rent. My thought was to get one of those 4-wheel ATV things and put some kind of guides on the front and the back, like they do on the pickup trucks that they put on the tracks, and then go driving, right? Something like that would be cool. But anyway, he's going to be going down there to do that, and they're going to climb that freaking trestle, right? So I'm thinking, okay, you need to record that. You need to record that whole experience. And even if you don't do any talking into the camera, don't be afraid to. But even if you don't, we can do voiceover here, right? All we need is the video. So that's cool. And he just, Saturday night, he just did a 45-minute set down at Spag West in Morongo Valley, where I met Roy Pitluck. So he recorded, David recorded his whole 45 minutes, I believe, and got sound and video. And I'm like, come on, gotta make a music video. He's got great stuff out already, audio stuff, music. I'd like to put some of that to video and get it on YouTube, get it up there, you know, because that's what this whole part of this whole channel is about, is I have found that there's so much talent out here. There's no escaping it, you know, and if you can't escape it, embrace it. So I'm trying to put my feelers out and get as many people. I might even have the Baby General over here, and that would be swell. Let me write a note to remind me to go out. I should have gone out last night, but I got the message to go out at about 8:30, which means that I would never have made it in time. Baby General. Okay, so Baby General is the MC of the open mic night out at the Landers Giant Rock meeting room, which is just a bar. A very small bar. Very, very small bar. The outside smoking area is bigger than the entire interior bar. It's literally a strip of you know, 4 tables and chairs and a bar with stools, and then another tiny little room with a little tiny table, a couple of bar stools, and a bathroom. I mean, it's like nothing. But the Baby General is a persona created by a gentleman for this MC guy. And the gentleman that I met going in was a very low-key, unassuming, quiet, polite. And then he became Baby General by putting on a mask and a wig. And then he was not what he appeared to be at first. I can't give too much away about, pardon my itch, about the Baby General, because he's just so unusually hilarious. Yeah, I've got a little bit of footage of the Baby General, so I will try to upload a little bit. But he's something that you just need to see in person, or at least, you know, right here on the screen. So yeah, if there's some day that I can get him to come over and do a Friday Night Live and set up, he plays guitar, he sings, he uses a lot of digital effects and pre-recorded stuff. So he'll put on a beat track where he's already got everything else laid down, and then he just needs to come in vocally and with the guitar. And it's just some great stuff. This guy is just an uber talent, right? Just an explosion inside of a little tiny little box. So yeah, Baby General. David, Roy Pitluck, Baby General, Mad Flows Milo, Mike Craftsman, Tavi. These are all people that I've met up here, open mic night people, that I really want to get over here, and I've got, I live in a hovel, my floors wobble. The mobile home feels like it's going to fall into the ground at any moment, but it's not about that. It's about getting people here, and I used to be embarrassed about, how I live and stuff, but you know what? There are people all over the world live differently. There are people, here in the country, in my own country, that live with a dirt floor. I see reels and shorts and videos of people all over the world who are sitting on a dirt floor cooking their meals with no shoes on, who are happy as freaking clams. And that's me, right? I am that guy. I am so happy in my little world here. And there are those who would look at my little world and go, oh my God, he lives like that. Well, yeah. How do you live? I'm sure you spend a lot of money to live the way you live. I don't need to do that. I'm not one of those guys who needs to spend a lot of money to exist. My existence is not dependent upon, how much money I bring in and spend and set up things around me. I mean, it's just not it. Yeah, those things are nice. It's nice to have stuff and lots of money. Little incense there, but money doesn't make me me. Things that I do, how I engage people, that's what makes me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move this incense over here, and then maybe I can get a little bit of what do you call it? Atmosphere, right? Let's get a little atmosphere. Can we get a little atmosphere here? So now it's blowing up in front of the screen, and then it's going to go up in front of the camera. So now it's going to be on the screen twice, right? Yeah, that's heavy. That's heavy, man. So anyway, Baby General. Yeah, David, I really wanted to go out. I always enjoy going out, um, especially with you and Kristen, but not last night. I'm still recovering from last week when we went out. Um, yeah, and I came home, got a little shut eye, and got up and did the morning show. He went home after our concert outing on Tuesday night. He went home Wednesday morning, went and went to sleep, and then got up and went camping with his family. So he's probably still, you know, um, telling you. Um, I was laying in bed thinking about not doing the show this morning so that I could sleep in. And I was like, "This, I'm not going to sleep in. I got freaking insomnia. I'm going to lay there and and snivel to myself that I should have done the morning show. I should have just done it. So like, you know what? I'm not even going to hassle it. I'll get up. I'll do my thing. I'm still tired. I'll just go back to bed. You know, it ain't no big thing. Uh, yeah. So I'm not seeing anybody popping in yet. I think I've been the only one to view my show this morning, but I'm just going to go until I just can't go anymore. I guess I deserve a hit. I got to get some more dubage today. Oh yeah, I'm running pretty low. This thing is just about empty. This thing is just about empty. Um, Man, the sniffles, damn it. I hate that. I know it sounds horrible on camera. That's why I hate having the sniffles. All right, well, let's just do a couple of little hits of this, drink a little coffee, and pass right the fuck back out again. Because, damn it, I deserve it. If my body says I can sleep, I should probably try to sleep. I don't think I'm going to eat anything before I pass back out. I think I'll just maybe go to sleep until 9 or 10, and then get up and eat some pizza. Yeah, pizza. Totally. So if I could, have one wish for me, right? Just a me wish. Not like, I want world peace, or I want my daughter to be happy and healthy. A wish for me. If I had a wish for me, if I could get something, somebody's going to come along and grant me a wish. I just want my van. I just want my van. That's it. If I just had my van running the way it should be running, so that I could just get in and go wherever, whenever, that would make all the difference in the world. To get in it, fill the tank up, close my eyes and point to a place on the map and friggin' go there. Go there, meet somebody, have an adventure, have an experience, and then bring it back and put it here. There was a great show on BYU TV, Brigham Young University Television, and it was, I'm never going to remember the stories, maybe. And it was just this guy who would go to a random place on the map, and he would go to a random house, and he would ask the people there, tell me your story. Sometimes they'd shine him on. Sometimes you get somebody who wouldn't shut up. Sometimes you get somebody who would invite him in and show him every single photo album and family video, and and those were the greatest shows, when people would just let him into their lives and share everything. You know, that's the kind of show that I would love to be able to do, like a real people adventure type show where we can just kind of cruise around and enjoy people's past with them, right? Pardon me, that's disgusting. Well, so is that. Yeah. Well, that was nice. A little inhale with the outhale coughing. It's okay, people. I'm not dying. Unless, of course, it's like those people. I wish that guy would die already. Jesus. Well, then. So before I forget, I want to thank my new subscribers. People who I have no idea who you are. He who panics is lost. No, I don't. You got it. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Ants lately with what's his Woody Allen. I just love his voice. He's a great cartoon character voice. Yeah, his movie is a little weird. But I think the last movie that I saw Woody Allen in that I really enjoyed, where he was just in it a little bit, right? He murders his wife, chops her up in little bitty pieces, and tries to get rid of her in Mexico, I believe. And at some point, somebody comes along and finds her hand and thinks that it's the hand of Mary, right? And they take it to the church and they place it in an altar as a what do you call them? Those things that they have in churches, right? So picking up the pieces, that's what it was. David Schwimmer was in it. Woody Allen, I think Sharon Stone was the wife that he chopped up. I haven't seen it in a long time. That was a great Woody Allen movie. He wasn't in it a lot, but I like that character, that Woody Allen character. Nobody does Woody Allen like Woody Allen. Many have tried and failed. The last person I saw to do a Woody Allen who was pretty funny at it was what's his name? Topher Grace from That 70s Show. There was an episode of That 70s Show where they were doing a Woody Allen, Diane Keaton thing from Annie Hall, right? They were doing an Annie Hall thing, and he did a relatively funny Woody Allen. But I think his Woody Allen was a thing that he had done previously in school, high school, or college. In fact, I think it was a Woody Allen production that they found of Topher Grace when they wanted him for the part. I believe it was a thing that he was doing on stage. It was either Woody Allen or maybe it was Death of a Salesman or something. But he was doing this stage production of something at the time. And I was like, that kid right there would be great in this show, right? And the neat thing about That 70s Show is when they did the pilot episode, they didn't tell any of the cast members that it was a period piece, right? They just told them, look, you're just a bunch of kids in a small town and with nothing to do, and here you go. And here's the show, here's the episode. And so it wasn't until afterward that they realized that they had done a pilot for a 70s show, and that now they have to live the 70s, right? In the show constantly every week. Pretty cool. Stupid nose. Do I do more coffee? I don't know, probably. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, what's his Ashton Kutcher was in college studying like microbiology or something, right? I mean, these weren't, morons by any stretch of the imagination. Especially Ashton Kutcher. That guy's a really smart guy. And he's a good person too. He's a good guy. I mean, look, where has he been? Right? He's been home raising his children. That's what he's been doing. Everybody else goes out, makes movies, goes out and does this whole, I'm going to take, my family on the road with me to make these movies and to do all of this, or I'm going to leave my family at home and I'm going to go out and do all of these things. He pretty much put his Hollywood thing on hold so that he could raise his family, right? You don't see too much of Mia Kunis out there, but you see more of her than him. Why? Because he wants to be a dad, flat out. Now, Ashton, if you're watching, come on, hang out on the show. I won't make him smoke any marijuana or anything. But yeah, I mean, she on the show, out of all of the kids on that 70s show, Mia, how do you pronounce that? Mila? She was the veteran, right? She had been in Hollywood for 10 years before that. Well, at least, yeah, because she was doing voiceover stuff when she was a little girl. The Magic School Bus, the one with that funny teacher. 1995 Piranha, right? With William Catt and Alexandra Paul, right? That was a good movie. She had a little part in there, played a little girl scared of the water. Yeah. So that's why I remember seeing her first, and then she popped up on that 70s show. She was like 14 or 15 when she started that show, being groped and manhandled by 19 or 20 something year old Ashton Kutcher. But that one idea from the show of that 15-year-old girl dating that older guy, I mean, that was so common. It was so back then. It was so 70s or 80s, right? I mean, it wasn't just that the guys wanted to date younger girls sometimes. It's that the younger girls wanted to date older guys. I mean, it was like it went both ways. Yeah. So I've been working on videos so much, I haven't had a chance to work on my latest song. It's kind of just been in my head and sitting there in the guitar stand. And that's okay for now, but I really need to record that song and create that video, because that and one other segment are the only two segments holding me up from putting together the Sunday show. And I'm kind of glad that this Friday thing popped up, because I've been lagging on getting this Sunday thing together, and it's a recorded program. I've got a lot of the segments already done, a few things to finish some of them up. but I don't want to go on with second episodes of a lot of these segments, because I want to focus in on this, this one show, this 190-minute program with multiple segments built into it, segues and stuff. So my dog is over there twitching right now. He's having a good dream. Yeah. But anyway, I think it's no more coffee, and I think I'm going to crawl back into bed. So I think we're going to call it a good morning here, and I will see you all on the flip flop. All right. So thank you for joining me this morning. I will see you tomorrow for Old Time Radio Wednesdays, and keep your fingers crossed. We'll do some science fiction. All right, people. All right, here we go.